Some pioneers never make it into the textbooks. They clear the path, but time buries their footprints. Today, we remember a woman born into poverty, shut out by the color of her skin and the fact that she was a woman. But she rose into the skies and became a legend. Her name was Bessie Coleman. You may not have heard it before, but once you do, you'll never forget her. Bessie was born in 1892, in a one-room shack in Texas. She was the 10th of 13 children. Her father was Native American. Her mother, African American, descendants of slaves. Bessie's childhood was hard. She picked cotton under the scorching sun and walked 4 miles to a segregated school. When she wasn't helping her mother clean homes for white families. Yet Bessie loved learning. She loved books. She loved numbers. And above all, she loved the sky. Every time a plane flew overhead, she looked up, and she dreamed. As she grew older, Bessie wanted to fly. She wanted to become a pilot, but early 20th century America said no. No schools would take her. Not because of her grades, but because of her race and her gender. One rejection letter simply said, "We do not accept colored women." Bessie folded the letter in silence. No tears, just fire in her eyes. A black newspaper editor gave her advice. Go to France. Learn to fly there. Over there, they judge skill, not skin. And that's exactly what she did. In 1920, Bessie sailed across the Atlantic to Paris. She didn't speak much French. She had no money, no friends, only courage. She enrolled at the Caudron Brothers Flying School, the most prestigious flight academy in France. There, she trained on biplanes, open cockpit, no seat belts, leather helmet, roaring engines. After just 9 months, she earned her international pilot's license. She became the first black woman ever to fly a plane. But that certificate didn't come from America. It came from France. Back home, Bessie became a sensation. People called her Queen Bess. She performed daring aerial tricks, loop-the-loops, barrel rolls, nose dives, but she refused to fly at shows that segregated black audiences. "If I have to enter through the back door," she said, "I'll walk away." She dreamed of opening a flight school, one where black youth could fly freely, without prejudice or permission. In 1926, in Jacksonville, Florida, Bessie was preparing for a new air show. While surveying the land from above in an old Curtiss Jenny aircraft, the plane malfunctioned. Bessie wasn't wearing a seatbelt. She had to lean out to see the ground below. A sudden dive threw her from the cockpit. She fell 500 feet to her death. She was only 34. Over 10,000 mourners came to her funeral. And then, silence. No Hollywood movie. No history chapter. Just a few streets named after her in black neighborhoods. A few dusty photos in archives. But today, you've heard her name. Bessie Coleman. A woman who soared when others said she couldn't. A woman who opened the skies for those who came after. Bessie Coleman flew not just for herself, but for every child who ever looked up at the sky and felt small. She flew for those told they didn't belong, for those locked out of dreams by the gates of race, gender, and class. She never saw the school she dreamed of opening. She never lived to see other black pilots take off in her footsteps. But she cracked the sky wide open. And sometimes, that's enough to change the world. So if this story moved you, say her name, share her name. Let Bessie fly again, through your voice.